The topic of the guardian deity Vaishravana has come up in some conversation, and I just wanted to make a video while it was still fresh. Now, in terms of Vajrayana Buddhism, we have four different types of Vaishravana, green in color. Now, the first type is really coming from the Shravakayana. It's coming from foundational Buddhism, where we have the four guardian kings or the four direction kings, where Vaishravana is the god of the north. And then he's also represented in Mahayana and Sutrayana Buddhism as well, and in Sutrayana art. But he can appear sometimes green in color, and that is completely dependent on the artist and the painting style. So that really doesn't have to do with iconography or any textual basis or any Tantric literature. Now, what I'd like to talk about is the Tantric forms of Vaishravana, of which there are many. In the Sakya tradition, they say there are 17, and these are primarily found in the text, the large Bebum text, written by Tsarchen Losel Gyatso. So that would be in the 15th century. Now, in terms of the common forms of Vaishravana that are in a green color, the Tantric forms, we have three. We have green Vaishravana with a gold stick. We have green Vaishravana riding a lion. And then we have green Vaishravana riding a blue dragon. So these are the three. Now, the more common of these is the green Vaishravana with a gold stick. He's also referred to as green-yellow. It's Jangser Namtose, the green-yellow Vaishravana. He has one face, two arms, and he holds a jeweled stick in the right hand, and he holds a mongoose in the left hand, and he sits in a very relaxed posture. Now, some texts say that he sits atop a wealth vase. Others say he's above a moon disk, a lotus. So there's some variation. Now, with all three of these Vajrayana forms of green Vaishravana, they can also have some retinue figures. As a matter of fact, the best painting that we have showing this Vaishravana with a gold stick is a 14th century painting where he actually has kind of a retinue of 8 cows. And the 8 cows also have a gold vase, there's also a pond, and there's also a tree in the iconography. Now, also all of these three forms of green Vaishravana have a consort. Now, for the green holding a stick, it's actually a naga. It's actually a naga, and she can be either red or blue in color, again depending on the texts you read and how far back they go and what they're based on. Now, all three of these appear to be related, and they all come down through Zangskar Lotsawa. Zangskar Lotsawa is from, of course, the Zangskar region of Ladakh, of northern India. And he was very famous in the 11th, 12th century. He was kind of an opponent. He was in conflict often with Ra Lotsawa, according to the biographies, the historiographies, the hagiographies of the time. But what's also important, aside from understanding that a lot of these come through Zangskar Lotsawa, they actually come through a teacher a few generations earlier called Droe Zangpo. And he is also very famous for the wrathful forms of Vajrapani. And so we have the Drozang Luk, the Drozang tradition of Vajrapani. So all of these are somewhat tied together. It's a bit of an obscure subject, but we do have one very good painting that's very early that shows clearly this green Vaishravana holding a jeweled stick. So we'll leave it there for now. You can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon, and you can make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.